So hi everybody. Today I will talk about how does the theory that we saw in information technology 2 meets the reality. So first I will talk about I will do a small introduction as my future maybe as an entrepreneur, and I will talk about how to create surveys in Word by using the Model 11 and how to use the goal seek function in Excel in the Model 9, and then I will do a small conclusion. So here's the book that I used to do my presentation. So first of all, if one day I want to become an entrepreneur, I will certainly have a coffee shop or something close to restoration because it's something that I have interest in. So if I do have that, I want to know what my customers think about my company. What are they satisfied and everything. So to do so, I can use Word to create templates. So first of all, when you want to create templates, you need to make sure that you have a Word document that is a template. So when you go on a blank document, go on File and Save As, and you can save it as a Word template here. Now I won't save it because I can use another one. We'll use a template that is already done, and as you can see, it's already a Word template. So in order to create your survey, you need the developer tab. So to have it, you go on File, Options, and Customers Ribbon, and you can select the developer tab here. So then you have it. You can add different type of control. So for example, here I will add the plain text content control so people can write their first name. So to change the text that appears there, I click on design mode. So for example, I want that to appear as text. Yeah. Then I can leave the design mode and go on properties to put a tag on the content control. So here I will type first name. And I want that when my customer will add in their information, I want it to look the same way. So I would go use the intense emphasis. Then I don't want them to be able to delete the content control, so I lock it here. Then I want it to look like the other one, so I put it in intense emphasis here. Here, for example, I want to add a drop-down list. So I go on the developer tab, I click on the drop-down list content control, and here again I can change out its name. So use a rate, for example, and I go on properties, I put the tag I want, and I want again to make it look like the other one. So here, intense emphasis, and I want to lock the content control. So here they already gave you that, but you don't want it, so you remove it, and you can add any choice that you want. So for example, you want excellent, you want good, you want fair, and you want just 4. So people will be able to select whatever they want, and you want it to look like the other one again. So there you go. You can even add the date, today's date. So you go on developer, you go here the date picker content control, you add it, design mode, well, and right, select the date. You leave the design mode, you go on properties, you put the tag, and again you can put the intense emphasis, and you can choose the date, the type of date that you want. So for example, I want this one, go on OK, and I make it look like the other one. Then you also need to protect your template, because when people will receive it, you don't want them to be able to modify the template, you just want them to be able to fill in the form. So here you go on review, restrict editing, then you choose here, you click there, and you select filling in forms, and then you can start enforcing protection. You can put a password if you want, but it's not necessary. Okay. Then I save it, and when people will open the template, you just double click in it, and it opens a Word document. So here, as you can see in the backstage view, it's a regular Word document, and your customer can just type in whatever they want. So for example, their first name, you can select the latte, can choose the rate that they want, and they can also select the date. And when they will save it, it's just going to be a Word document that they can send back to you. So this can be interesting. However, it might not be meet the reality, because there's a lot of online surveys that you can use and that are really efficient because they create reports for you. So you might want to use another type of survey. Again, if you become an entrepreneur, you might need financial help. So, for example, you might need to have a loan. If you do have a loan, you will need to decide at how many months you want to repay it and what is going to be your monthly payment and everything. So you can use the goal seek function in order to take that type of decision. So this really meets the reality. So, for example, if I have a loan of $100, $1,000, and an interest rate of 5%, I can decide that, for example, my monthly payment would be 5,000, for example. So I go on the data tab, I go on what if analysis, and I click on goal seek. So, for example, here I select the cell of the monthly payment, and I want it to be at 5,000. So I write at 5,000 here. And I want that by changing the number of months that I will repay my loan. So I select it and I click OK. Then it will calculate it for you. So you would need to pay it in 21 months in order to have a monthly payment of $5,000. For example, I could also change my total interest. If I don't want to pay more than $3,000, I go again in the what if analysis, goal seek. I select my cell of total interest here. I want it to be up to $3,000. And this is by changing the month that how many months you will take to repay your loan. So you click on OK. And this shows you that in order to have a total interest of $3,000, you will need to pay it in 13 months with this your monthly payment. So it can be really useful. However, I would not use it really if I had to take a decision like that, because if really I took a loan, I would consult my financial consultant in order to take the decision of what is going to be my monthly payments to pay back the loan, because it's something that has a direct impact on your cash flow. So it's not a decision that you take lightly. So finally, I think that both Word and Excel can be useful on a daily basis when a person has its own business. It is really reachable, and we acquired a great deal of skills during our classes that would make it easy to use for us. However, we shall not close our horizon to other sources such as the internet, because there's a lot of softwares available on the internet. And even more since the use of internet is getting more important for the next generation, so we really need to adapt and use internet whenever we can.